Bowling Green's TIF district starts right here on Center Street, and the TIF district ends right here at the Southern Kentucky Performing Arts Center. There has been an increasing amount of women speaking out for their rights, and tonight in this auditorium, WKU students will speak out for their unmentionables. Bowling Green was founded in 1796, only 4 years after Kentucky was named an actual state. When Bowling Green was first founded, there were only 200 people living in the city. Many of those 200 people are actually buried in this pioneer cemetery. Representative Jody Richards is sponsoring a new bill. Topper Transit has also introduced a GPS system, and guess what? There's an app for that. The app gives real-time arrivals for all buses and even shows exactly where the bus is en route. The Italian court has overturned the acquittal of Amanda Knox. The court ruled an appeals court must rehear the case against the American student. During WKU's homecoming festivities last Friday, the student group Hilltoppers for Life invited a display to the Hill to promote pro-life views on abortion. Created Equal is a group who travels to campuses. Their aim is to fight what they call contemporary age discrimination. The group classifies abortion as age discrimination of a young fetus who cannot speak for itself. The display consisted of multiple blown-up images of mangled, aborted fetuses. Many spectators were shocked, sparking discussions and sit-in protests centered around the display. Students were unbelieving of the display and that something of this nature would be allowed on WKU's campus, especially during homecoming week. WKU sophomore Amira Bryant was appalled by the images.
I think it's disgusting. They could have warned someone ahead of time before they did this, or just not have these images out here at all. I mean, I was about to go eat.
Created Equal said they were simply expressing their First Amendment right. Just as Created Equal expressed its First Amendment right freely, the student body followed suit. WKU returning student, husband, and father of 3, Brandon Williams, said that Created Equal and Hilltoppers for Life are heavily biased and should pay more respect to women carrying the child.
They're more concerned about something that's not even living, that's in the past, and like trying to, I don't know, it's almost, if this is like Christian-led, which it sounds like from over there, like we're being damned to hell if we allow something like this to happen. We're not really focusing on what's really important. Like, we're talking about 9 million children that don't have health insurance right now, or about the kids, you know, that are in and out of CPS, you know, like I don't see them out here worrying about that factor because those kids are alive right now.
Harrington said the fact it was homecoming week was just a coincidence. The display wasn't planned that way. He said the First Amendment does not take a break because of campus events. For News Channel 12, I'm Jasmine Taylor. The crunch of gravel. The beeping of machines. Sounds that have become all too familiar to Bowling Green residents and WKU students. All the noise is thanks to Bowling Green's TIF district, or Tax Increment Financing District, a redevelopment project spanning 40 acres. Bowling Green's TIF district starts right here on Center Street, and the TIF district ends right here at the Southern Kentucky Performing Arts Center.
In the last 15 years in particular, I have been directly involved in all of the renovation and construction on campus in one way or the other.
The TIF district project started back in 2007 as a means to revive downtown Bowling Green. If the district reaches $150 million in investments by 2014, the state will grant an 80% tax reimbursement.
Now, these projects only work when there is an adequate amount of development and investment in the TIF. And so that's why it's important that all these projects compile enough to reach the threshold.
WKU is breaking ground on Block 12 of the TIF district. Projects including the Augustine Alumni Center, off-campus apartments, and a new location for fraternity and sorority housing. Western is not only expanding into the TIF district, but making improvements on campus as well. The latest project, DeRoe Downing University Center, also known to students as DUC. The new DUC is scheduled for occupation in 2014.
I think it's been going in a tremendously positive direction, and it's been enjoyable to be a part of it.
For News Channel 12, I'm Jasmine Taylor. The student group Hilltoppers for Life hosted Life Week last week to raise awareness on abortion and took a pro-life stance on the issue. The pro-life versus pro-choice decision is always a controversial one, and Hilltoppers for Life took it one step further, presenting the colonnades of the innocents. They covered the colonnades with red and black, spelling out the word life, and have also placed a popsicle stick cross on each bleacher seat to represent the on-average number of 3,700 abortions each day. According to the Center for Disease Control, women ages 20 to 25 account for a majority 33% of all abortions.
Each cross represents one baby that's been aborted in America each day, one family that's been shattered, and one woman who's been broken. We definitely try to make sure that it's not just on the baby. We don't want the focus to be too one-sided. We care about the women, we care about the families, we care about the culture.
The Hilltoppers for Life also asked students about their stance on abortion, posting whiteboards around campus to create discussions. Students both pro-choice and pro-life were offended by the demonstration.
I'm pro-life, but I am offended by what they do at the colonnades. I think it's a really big decision, and being mean and hateful towards women who do it is not the way to stop it.
Hilltoppers for Life President John Souls said they chose this semester as their first public demonstration because it is the 40th year of legal abortion in America, coinciding with the biblical number 40.
So what began as a 2-bus system 18 years ago is now a 12-bus system, 6 different routes that operate 3 during the day and 3 in the evening.
WKU was named the fastest growing university in the state of Kentucky 13 years straight. With so much expansion in size and numbers, it's only natural to upgrade, and that includes the school buses.
That's probably the best description of them would be a school bus. They had a single door. They had a slightly different body style.
Topper Transit has evolved from just a ride around WKU's perimeter. The goal of the revamped bus line is to make life a little easier for students and staff, providing rides all over Bowling Green and even to Nashville Airport, making a personal car almost obsolete. Topper Transit has also introduced the Purple Line, or a safe ride home, a route that runs strictly on the weekends.
You know, we realize that students are going to have fun on weekends, and what we want to do is allow them to have that fun as safely as they can, not put them in a situation where they're behind the wheel.
Topper Transit has also introduced a GPS system, and guess what? There's an app for that. The app gives real-time arrivals for all buses and even shows exactly where the bus is en route.
And the predominant generator of where people want to go is to the university. It's been a big success.
For News Channel 12, I'm Jasmine Taylor. Students of the WKU Political Science Department hosted a performance on campus that many onlookers had never witnessed before, a drag queen show hosted by the Twisted Tap, a local college bar in downtown Bowling Green, who appropriately changed their name to the Twisted Tranny in support of the event.
Since we didn't advertise it, it was kind of like we threw it in their face, and I know that a lot of them have never seen a drag queen before.
With the recent review of the Defense of Marriage Act in the Supreme Court and the social challenges the LGBT community faces on a daily basis, the Twisted Tranny decided to speak out on marriage equality.
Of course, once you get to know them, it's really hard not to be on their side. They're really great people, and they're just like anyone else. Arguments against it seem rather illogical for the most part. It just seems like they're hanging on to a lot of the past.
I think it's so silly because it's like they're bringing religion with the government, and I thought it was a separation of church and state. Straight people don't know what they have with the luxury of marriage and being able to marry who you love.
The Twisted Tranny drag queens were adamant to explain that being gay is not a choice. They, like many other LGBT citizens, believe they were born that way.
Yeah, it's not a choice, because you don't wake up on the other side of the bed and be like, oh, I want to be gay today or transgender. I mean, it doesn't happen that way.